Okay, so I'm going to review IC markets, which I reviewed in the article below, and I'm going to summarize that article in today's video. Now, the good things about IC markets is the pricing is pretty good. They've got good technology when it comes to the IT side. It is a safe broker to invest with, although it always amazes me in the year 2020 why people Google things like, is something safe? Because in this day and age, no matter where you are in the world, within reason, brokers and online platforms have their own checks and balances when it comes to investing. It's not like if you invest with a platform, the money simply is likely to disappear, right? So it is safe, but then so are 99% of online platforms these days, right? So getting on to some of the negatives though, with IC markets, I think one of the big negatives is it's linked to things like Forex. Not completely, there are many different options within the IC markets platform, but there is a lot of things like trading available. Now, statistically speaking, you are not likely to beat the market with trading. Think about it like this. If you sell me USD in exchange for euros, we both can't win, right? It's a zero-sum game. The euro can't go up against the USD at the same time as the USD goes up against the euro. Same thing in stocks, right? If you sell me Amazon and I use my cash to buy Amazon, you know, Amazon can't go up and down either against cash or the market at the same time as it goes up, right? One of us is going to win that trade and one of us is going to lose that trade. But at least for stocks, right, the overall market's going up. When it comes to currencies, currencies don't go up against each other. Well, they go up against each other, but they don't go up as an asset group. And now, this year, there'll be some currencies that perform well, some that don't perform well. So really, if you get involved in trading, you are assuming that you're smarter than the person on the other side of the trade. But the ironic thing is everyone thinks they're getting a good deal, right? The person who sells USD thinks they're getting a good deal. The person who buys it thinks they're getting a good deal. So right now there are people trading and everyone thinks they're smarter than the other person. And of course there's compound probability, right? If you win the trade today, but then tomorrow you trade, well, sooner or later you're going to lose. I mean, Jack Bogle, the founder of Vanguard, had a very good expression when he says, the more you trade, the more you're going to lose. Statistically speaking, because the more you trade, the more cost there are going to be. And also compound probability kicks in. In other words, if you only make one trade in your life, or every 10 years, imagine you just buy Amazon stock or such and such a currency. It's still very high risk. But imagine you're trading every day or every week or every month. Of course, compound probability really comes in there, that you only need to have one bad bet and then you lose. I mean, I'll give you an example, right? I was reading an academic study which was talking about people trying to beat the stock market with stock picking. And do you know what they found? A stock picker has to be right on 72% of occasions or more. In other words, if you try to trade the market and you get 65% of your bets right, but 35% of your bets wrong, you could still lose to someone just holding an index fund. And why is that? Because basically from those 35%, of course, there's going to be a percentage, maybe 5%, maybe 2% that are going to do terribly. But that can drag down the average. So say, for example, the market's giving you 10%, but your 65% is growing at 13, 14%, but your 35% is growing by an average of 3%. And added to that, you've obviously got a lot of costs by all those trading. That's going to drag down your average. So same with any kind of trading. So most people who are interested in IC markets seem to be more interested in trading as opposed to buy and hold investing. And that's the main issue with it, not the platform itself.